And when was this that you did this?
This was a few years ago. Well, a few years ago, I thought to myself, I have to sing, you know, and I have to be singing again, and I have to make that commitment. And, you know, because as you get older, and then if you have a family or whatever, you know, you can kind of get drawn into this and that. And I realized that I had to be singing. So, and it's just recently, actually, that I put myself on a writing schedule. You know, where just like every day I do writing. And I don't like sit around waiting for, you know, like a bolt of lightning to strike me, you know, or, you know, great inspiration. I'm just working every day, and it seems to be somewhat inspired. So it's been very, very interesting.
Yeah, to go back to those early days just a minute, you know, when you were very young, you were writing these songs. Did they come like songs like "And When I Die" and "Wedding Bell Blues"? And
yeah.
Did they come easily? Did you agonize over this? I mean, were you just kind of a kid fooling around to see what would come out? Or
well, you know, I think that the same thing that happened as a kid is the same thing that's happening right now. I think I'm going through the same process. I think I'm just tired of everyday life because it just doesn't say it. It doesn't do it. And I have to go to art. And I have to be involved with it, you know. And sometimes I'll just be, you know, sometimes only poetry can say it, you know. I think that there's just, you know, this deeper language, you know, and a way of putting your world back together again, you know, and breaking through barriers, because this everyday kind of, you know, the way that we're socialized in the way that we speak and everything, it's after all, it just doesn't do it. The TV, it definitely doesn't do it.
Well, I guess the question you've been asked, and I should ask you, is you went through this series of incredible albums. You had incredible success with your songs covered by other artists as well, and then you sort of seem to just like stop. I mean, why? If you know, if you seem to want to go back to a private, everyday kind of life for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, going back to the last question.
Yeah.
Let's see. But was that kind of clear about the process of writing? That it's
an escape from the boredom of regular life.
It really enhances your life, you know, and it makes your life feel just more real through through music, through writing. So I just wanted to see if you thought that I answered that question.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a big question: is why does an artist create? I guess, right? You know what motivates you to do it? I was just interested.
Okay, well, let me ask you: what motivates you to listen to music a lot and be involved with music? Okay, tell me it's the money, right?
Yeah, it's just the money, babe. You know, what originally motivated me was probably the same thing. I'm not a creator of art, but I can appreciate art, and my interest in appreciating that art led me to want to share that with people on the radio. I remember I got started literally playing your first album on college radio and saying, "This woman is incredible." I didn't care that the Fifth Dimension covered your songs. It meant nothing to me. I was interested in you and the way you created them and the way you sang them, you know. And I followed you right on into Eli and the 13th Confession and New York Tenderberry and then Christmas and the Beads of Sweat and so on, Gonna Take a Miracle. And I was just moved by your art. I didn't know you personally. I had no vested interest in you, but I felt that I should share this music with people on the radio. And you know, in a way, it kind of annoyed me that the Fifth Dimension had hits with your songs, because I felt that they, even though it was good for you, I guess, and you were making money and your songs were being heard by people, they were missing out on hearing the woman who created the songs perform the song. Did you ever feel that way, or what was it like?
Well, tell you the truth, I didn't, because to me, like the Fifth Dimension were like an ice cream soda. You know what I mean? They were just like, it was sweet pop, and I thought that they brought good vibes to my music. So I just, I had a nice feeling about them. I think that
it didn't bother you that you were not being heard singing them.
Well, that didn't have anything to do, let's say, for me with, let's say, the Fifth Dimension, because the experience I have is usually, most of the time when somebody records one of my songs, it's kind of a nice thing for a writer.
Sure. Sure.
And they have their own interpretation. So I don't know. I think now I'm trying to bring things to a place where I have a good connection with my audience,